Hey everybody, we are at TFCon DC 2017. I'm with Steve Howard. Steve Howard is an amazing artist. He's created baby bots. How old are baby bots?
1 to 2 astro years, right?
Good answer. Good answer.
There you go.
Let's start from the beginning, Steve.
Okay.
How did you get into Transformers?
I'm an 80s kid, so
Right.
when I'm a G1 guy, so when they started, I was there.
Right.
I was there, when we're in the DC metro area, season 1, 1984, every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on channel 2 or something like that. I was up watching with my little VCR, videotaping every episode.
Right.
Yeah, I've been a fan from the jump.
Nice.
So,
Okay, G1 kid. Autobots or Decepticons?
both.
Do you have a favorite?
Yep.
Who?
I do. For no other reason than it was the first actual Transformers toy that I physically saw where someone had one.
Yeah.
And then I happened to get one for Christmas along with all the other ones. Blue Streak.
Blue Streak.
Blue Streak.
All right.
Yeah. And that's the only, if I gotta be honest with myself, that's the only reason.
Okay.
Is that was the first toy, so that's always been my favorite Transformer.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've got some killer art here. The attention it's attracting has kept us from doing an interview here.
Yes.
Did you always want to be an artist? Is this something that you just picked up later in life? How'd you get started in this?
I drew stick figures just like every other kid
Right.
when I was 5 or 6 years old. Along the way, I just never stopped.
Okay.
All right, and I tell people, whether you get formal training or not, never stop. I never took an art class until my last year of high school. And I was just doing it I thought I was doing it for an easy credit just to get out of school. And here's how dumb I was. All right, the first day of art class, my senior year of high school, I drew a picture and the art teacher was like, "That's pretty good." And I actually looked at her and was like, "Well, I thought everybody knew how to draw." And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Everybody knows how to draw, they just don't do it because it's not cool." And she was like, "No, dummy. This is a talent that no one else."
Right.
And also, the sequel to that was a couple of weeks later when I was like, "Wait, you mean I can go to college and just major in art?" And she was like, "Yes, dummy. Yes, go be." So I was going to be a marketing major. When I went to college the next year, I was an art major. And that was where
It's just evolved until now you're doing cons.
Now I'm doing cons.
And then the next step is comic books and then the world.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
The universe.
That's right.
I wish I could have said that in my Frank Welker Megatron voice.
You can do it.
No, I can't.
Okay. Is this your first Transformers convention ever?
This is
Okay.
my first one ever.
Have you had a chance to walk around?
Not much of a chance. Only because the minute it started, the hordes were among us.
Yeah.
They're upon us. So our buddy, me and my partner have been sitting at our tables. Our buddy just joined us later.
Yeah.
But I haven't had a chance to move.
We got something going on.
That guy, that dude, DJ and I met that guy.
Yeah.
The first night before last. He was just in regular clothes. He was walking around with a wire because he's got an Optimus Prime costume.
Yes.
And he said he almost set himself on fire testing it out. So he's walking around with this damaged wire, and we're like, and he told us, he said, if you see me in my Optimus costume, he was talking about yesterday. He's like, if you see me come up to you guys in my Optimus costume, I fixed this wire. If not, I'm going to come as Bumblebee.
Right.
So he was going to get a soldering to solder the wire. So, but he fixed it.
That's commitment, man.
Yeah.
That's commitment.
Yeah.
Okay, so we said taking over the world. Have you looked around the con?
Yeah, no, I haven't had it. I haven't had much of a chance to, just because, the legions descended on us.
Because your friend over here, DJ, likes statues. Is there something that you do collect in the Transformers realm?
No, actually.
Yeah.
I just like,
the culture.
Yeah, just like the culture.
And the people.
And it's funny. I've known about TFCons and the BotCons that preceded them.
Yeah.
But it's one thing to know about it, and it's another thing to be here. Like, I am blown away, and I have, there's no real reason why I should not have known by now that it would be like this.
Right.
We were at dinner yesterday, and DJ was like, "Yeah, man, that music behind me was something." I was like, "That was a soundtrack to Transformers the movie. It was playing on loop." And he was like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Everybody knows this.
Yes, everybody knows this. Like, how do you?
Right.
And he's like, and I'm like, "Yeah, no,
Wow.
dude, yeah." So, yeah, I'm amazed. I'm scared that if I walked around here, I would not come back to my table. So,
Right.
that being said, I'm going to walk around here.
Yeah, no, you definitely need to check it out.
Yeah.
You've brought an incredible amount of unique art that nobody's seen before. What's the most popular character that you're selling?
I've been trying to figure that out. It is probably...
Your Bumblebee's looking a little thin.
The Bumblebee's looking a little thin, and the Ravage is looking a little thin.
Okay.
It's funny. I mean, people have... That's the crazy thing about Transformers, and specifically G1.
Yeah.
People have, just like my favorite is Blue Streak, for no real logical reason.
Yeah.
People have their favorites.
Yes.
There was one guy that was like, the guy who comes up high. The guy who comes up and goes, "I want a Thundercracker."
Uh-huh.
Bravo, man. I have no reason to understand why you like that character, but everybody has their favorite, and because there's so many different characters, whatever their reason is, it's just what it is.
Yes.
But okay, now, for sheer cuteness, Bumblebee is the draw.
Yes.
And and visually, if you squinted your eyes and looked at the table, Bumblebee would be the draw.
Yes.
Because it's yellow in a sea of
Rainbow.
and it stands out, because Bumblebee's armor is almost all completely one color.
Yeah.
It draws the eye.
Yes.
So it was at a different place yesterday. It doesn't matter where it is; people automatically gravitate to it. And it's. I knew doing that one. I said, this one, and probably the Ravage and Laser.
Yeah, I haven't seen a take of like a kitten Ravage before.
Yeah,
that's really unique. That's cool.
Yeah, that was one of them where it's like every once in a while you find yourself drawing something, and it's like the Office Space Pick, where you're doing it, and while you're doing it, you're going like
you struck gold.
Yeah, like, oh, this is gonna
What about commissions? I see you're working on Huffer here. Have you gotten?
Actually, not Huffer, Pipes was basically
Pipes,
the same thing.
Pipes, yeah.
I haven't gotten that many
Uh-huh.
commissions. I've done one or two. I did this one, and somebody asked for a sideswipe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Can I see that for a sec?
Sure.
That turned out really good. That's really cool.
Yeah. But with the practice I'm going to be getting, now that I've done these, I've gotten it out the way. I've basically stopped being afraid and jumped into the pool.
Yes.
So I'm going to get, I can only get faster and better at doing these. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get myself in a situation where I'm like, I'm going to put it out there. Like, everyone I've given my business card to, I've already told them, if you have a favorite, it doesn't matter which version of the Transformers it is. If you have a favorite, send me a hit. Let me know.
Yeah.
And I'll create a little baby bot version of them.
That's awesome. So it's good to know that for those of us who couldn't attend TFCon this weekend, that we can get a hold of you.
Yes.
And what's the best way to get a hold of you and get a commission like that, or just order a print?
Okay, you can find me all across. Well, never mind, follow me all across social media. If you look up Kumajinstudios, Kumajin Studios, there's a Facebook page, there's a Twitter, there's a Snapchat, there's an Instagram,
Okay.
I believe, either under my company name or mine, Kumajin Studios. I just created a YouTube page. So everywhere you look at this point, in addition to Blogspot and DeviantArt and everything else, if you type in Kumajin Studios into search, the first thing that'll come up is a way to reach me directly.
Okay.
You know, and then there's just email, kumajinstudios@gmail.com.
Perfect. I'll put all that on the screen, and I'll put that in the show notes for you.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Awesomeness.
Thank you so much for your time, man.
No
It was
problem,
really
Yoshi.
nice meeting you.
No problem, brother.
Take care of yourself.
I'm just saying, you know what? This whole thing, I hate all of you, which means I love all of you. That means I love all of you because
Right.
you dragged me into this whole thing, and I am hooked.
You're welcome.
Thanks, man.
Have a good con.
You too, dude.